Hey, watch this.
Hello, I'm Stephanie. How can I help you today?
Hey Stephanie, can you tell me how healthy our storage cluster is right now?
Chuck, your storage cluster is healthy overall. One drive is down on Gryffindor, but everything else is running perfectly.
Thank you, Stephanie. Have a good day. Did you see that? I just called my server. My server has a phone number. But that's not the coolest part. By the end of this video, you're gonna watch my server call me.
Hello.
But how? 3 things: 3CX, Claude Code, and coffee. Let's go. Okay, first 3CX, my phone system. I was not supposed to do this, connecting my phone system to Claude Code. Because here's the thing, 3CX, they are sponsoring this video and they reached out to me and said, hey Chuck, can you make a video about our AI receptionist and transcription features? And I'm like, that sounds kind of awesome, sure. But I took it too far, way too far. And I hope they're okay with this, because disclaimer, the AI features they have, that's a paid feature. It's worth it. But what I did to get this phone system connected to Claude Code, all of you can do it. It's part of the free tier. You can do it right now. Now we're gonna go down that rabbit hole here in a second. It's gonna require lots of coffee because it's awesome. A little coffee break. NetworkChuck.coffee. Now it turns out their built-in AI features are actually pretty cool. It took me like 10 seconds to set it up. I just went to settings, added my API key, created my AI receptionist, Dolores Umbridge, gave her some context. Oh, look at these settings. If caller is abusive or frustrated, end call. We're gonna have to test that. Actually, let's test it out now. Let's see if she knows me.
Chuck, this is Dolores. How may I help you reach the right person or department?
Yeah, I just want to know more about NetworkChuck.
He loves coffee, especially coffee from Ethiopia. He has around 5 million subscribers.
All right, listen, Dolores, I'm tired of this crap. I'm being belligerent. I'm being rude.
I'm sorry, but we won't be able to continue this conversation.
It works. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cool and it was really easy to set up. And they also have AI transcription. You can use OpenAI, Google, or even 3CX locally. But anyways, this AI receptionist had me thinking about context. Because what if I could connect my 3CX, my phone system, to Claude Code? Why would I want to do that? Well, because Claude Code is where I live nowadays. It's where I build my workflows. And it contains a lot of the context about me and my business. If I could just pick up the phone and call and talk to Claude Code from anywhere, even with an old analog phone, think about that. No internet required. I could be in the middle of nowhere and all I can find is a payphone and I could still call and talk to the most advanced AI known to man. There's something kind of romantic about that combo. And seriously, doing this unlocked superpowers I didn't even know I was missing, like having my servers call me. It's crazy. But how are we gonna connect a phone to a terminal? So here's our mission. We're connecting old technology to new, a phone system to Claude Code in the terminal. How are we gonna do that? SIP. A SIP of, no, I'm just kidding. Actually, it'll help. SIP is the Session Initiation Protocol. This is the protocol that makes voice over IP work, which is how most phone calls work across the world right now. When I pick up my desk phone and make a phone call, it's sending SIP messages to 3CX, the brains of the operation, who is then sending SIP messages to my PSTN, which will route my calls wherever I want them to go, the world. It's these SIP messages, this protocol, that establishes communication and makes phone calls possible. So what if I gave Claude Code the ability to SIP? I could give him a phone number, and 3CX could communicate with him over SIP. I mean, it's just a messaging protocol. It should be pretty easy, right? Well, I almost spent $1,000 a month to get this working. I'm not kidding. Because to get this working, I needed 2 things. First, I needed a SIP server that could handle all that communication on behalf of Claude Code. But setting up the phone calls is only half the battle. I also needed a media server. And it was handling this little part of the diagram you see right here. This is a good example of a SIP call. Notice, once the call is set up with all of this fun stuff right here, all the SIP messaging, then we have the media. This is the actual audio files, the voice, the hold music. That's a whole separate thing. Now the good news is I found out people do this all the time. They build VoIP applications. The bad news is that there was one solution that all my research kept pointing to, an awkwardly named product called Jambones. I don't know. And it sounded like the solution, like it handled both SIP server and media server stuff. But then look at this price. It's so bad. $1,000 a month for a single node self-hosted server. I was about to do it. I was reaching for my wallet because it was either this or build my own SIP and media server from the ground up. But then I learned something. I was so happy I found this. It turns out that Mr. Jambones here, he's a big fan of open source. What I mean by that is under the hood are 2 open source protocols or solutions that make him happen. One is a SIP server solution and one is a media server. Both of these are free and open source. So a few Claude code sessions later, boom, I had a completely free SIP application. And shout out to them, by the way, they are awesome. So here's a diagram that Claude made me. This one's pretty easy to follow. It also made me this very cursed one, which looks kind of awesome, but it's really hard to follow. So we got Droctio and FreeSwitch as my SIP stack. And at this point I was almost there, but I did need some kind of interface, some wrapper that could accept these SIP calls and hand them over to Claude Code, and then Claude Code hand his messages back over to the SIP side. This is a fun little server running on the Mac I have right now. This Mac. There he is. This little server running on my Mac does voice activity detection, so it knows when I start talking and when I stop talking. It uses Whisper to take my speech into text, and then 11 Labs to go TTS, text to speech. I know it looks complicated because it is. This took a lot. But don't worry, the tutorial I'm going to show you, which will actually be a separate video you can check out here on the second channel. I made it pretty easy to install. It's like a one-liner in the command line. But before you go off there and go crazy, let me show you my favorite thing about this. You see, with traditional voice over IP, when you add an external service, let me get back to Photoshop here. There he is. Most of the time, this connection between 3CX and my Claude Code SIP magic would be a SIP trunk. But I didn't want to do that because 3CX, with their SMB free tier, they don't allow custom SIP trunks. So instead of doing a SIP trunk, I have Claude Code, and this is so cool, I love this. I have it registering with the 3CX phone system like it's a phone. Just a phone. It shows up as a person. It has a ready status. It can make calls and we can make calls to it. And now I can just call Claude Code. And I added in some fun things like the hold music because, you know, Claude likes to think. It's not real-time voice like the AI assistant on 3CX, although I may try to add that. It's a good idea. Maybe another layer on top of that. Oh, okay, we're getting off track. And of course I had to add some special prompts so it wasn't too verbose. And my main assistant is Morpheus. He's my executive AI assistant for everything. This is his voice. His number is 9000. He's great. But the power here is not that I'm just talking to some AI. This is Claude Code, my Claude Code, unlocking ridiculous things like skill access and access to all my stuff. Seriously, I built this just before Christmas break and all during Christmas, I was telling everyone about this. I was showing them this. I'm like, look, I can call my stuff. Not a lot of people got it. I'm hoping you understand. Okay, let me show you 3 things real quick that make this incredible. That'll make you just have to do it. That's my goal, because you gotta do it right now. Now let me get my Claude Code visual up so you can see it actually happening. I'm gonna call Morpheus. Hey Morpheus, I want you to create a ClickUp task, assign it to me, and just have it saying you need to finish this video, Chuck, right now because you're way behind on it, and that's it. Get some nice hold music, and then boom! It starts going. And he's using a skill, you can see that here, and he's creating a ClickUp task for me. That's my project management software. Okay, thank you. Also, can you send me a direct Slack message with that ClickUp link?
Let me think about that.
Now what I'm showing you is number 2. Notice he's keeping context. We're keeping that session going. Oh, I just got it. Let me go see. Yep, there it is from Morpheus. Thank you, that's all. Let's see if that worked. There it is, assigned to me, done. The third thing is that you don't have to wait. You can fire and forget. Like watch this. I'll call Morpheus back.
Hello.
Hey Morpheus, use your thumbnail skill to make a thumbnail of me holding an analog phone, and I want the phone connected to a terminal running Claude Code. Make it hyper-realistic. Send me the finished thumbnails as a Slack message. And I'm just gonna hang up, because what's gonna happen is he's just gonna go. Watch, he's going. So I can be out and about and just call Morpheus, be like, hey, I got this crazy idea, do this one thing, or run this whatever, create a task, whatever, hang up, and I'm done. Now this process does take a while because it'll create a bunch of thumbnails, it'll verify that it looks like me, and then kick it off to me. Okay, I just got a Slack message, let's check it out. And there they are. Not bad, that's not me. I think it heard me say Cloud and not Claude. Now I think it's time to introduce you to somebody. She's nice, a little bit sassy, and knows a heck of a lot about Ceph storage. Her name is Cephany. Cephany is my Ceph cluster. Now I really can't take credit for the name Cephany. My AI actually came up with that and I'm like, okay, that's awesome. I'm going with it. Do you have a better name? Comment below. We can call and talk to her right now. Extension 9002.
Hello, I'm Stephanie. How can
New me, same sweater, different mug. Had to go home and get dinner. Now where was I? Oh yeah, getting back to Stephanie. Now I realized I didn't really explain how Stephanie works. I mean, we're calling and talking to Claude, right? But what does it mean for her to be Stephanie? How does she become Stephanie versus just like the basic Claude code? It's just a few prompts and a few guardrails. And the beauty of this is that you'll be able to create whoever you want to create and plenty of distinct extensions. Because remember, we're connecting to a phone system, which means you can have as many free calls as you want. You can create an entire company of these guys, these agents. Now Stephanie, her brain lives inside Claude Code. And it's actually right here, the AI server, or rather the API server. This is gonna be running on your machine, whether it's Linux or Mac. I'm not supporting Windows, sorry Windows. And it's here that we'll say like you are Stephanie with the prompt. And this will send this Claude Code command to Claude Code. And we can specify like, hey, you have access to these skills. So you might have access to my storage skills so you can only work on storage stuff. And whenever I ask about anything, you do this. We can be very specific. We can add as many as we want. It's very fun. Now, I think it's time. I think we show off how Stephanie can call me. And not me just asking for it, but monitoring my stuff and going, oh no, something's wrong. I gotta call Chuck and let's talk about it. We'll have a conversation. That's crazy, right? But let me show you this. As part of my Claude phone, this is what I'm calling it now, because I'm kind of a developer now. Everyone is. I've created what's called a call skill. So I can do this. I can say, call extension 1000 and tell me I'm awesome. So now I've given Claude the ability to actually call me.
Just wanted to let you know you're awesome.
How cool is that? I can also do this. So that was just like a drop it and go. Just wanted to call you and tell you you're awesome. Or I can say, make it a conversation. Keep it going.
Hey, I just wanted to call and tell you that you're awesome. Seriously, you're doing great. How's your day going?
My day's going great. You're so encouraging. Thank you. Now he just put me on hold because he has to think. We should all be more like Claude Code. We have to think before we speak. I just wish I could put on elevator music for people. That's an idea. Now think about what we can do with that, right? I can say, hey Claude, real quick, I need you to call my wife and tell her something. Like, I've done that and it totally works and it's so weird. I had Stephanie call my wife and she did not like that. But I can also do this. I can be like, hey, look at my latest YouTube stats. And then when you're done, call me and tell me about it. And I can just walk away. And that's what you probably saw in my Mac Studio videos. I was working on a bunch of things and I'm like, I'm gonna forget Claude is finished. So I'll just have it call me when it's done with something and tell me about it.
Hey Chuck, your latest video, I built an AI supercomputer again, is doing great. You're at 386,000 people.
You get the picture. But how cool is that? That right there, I'm hoping will just make a billion ideas burst into your brain. Because you can do anything with phone now. Now right now, this is all internal. This is 3CX. This is a phone system, unlimited calls to all the extensions I set up on 3CX. If you're new to phone systems, welcome, it's really fun. You should put a phone system in your house. I did it right here. It's free. But also if you connect your phone system to the PSTN, like you get an actual real number that people can call, that opens up so many more things. I legit tried, this was very basic. I tried to find out if a restaurant was open on New Year's Day. I'm like, hey, call them and figure it out. It kind of did it. It told me they were closed, but only because I reached voicemail. But just think about what we can do with this. Now, let's have Stephanie troubleshoot my NAS. For this, I'm relying on N8N. And it's this simple workflow right here. And the reason I'm using N8N is because it's a great way to orchestrate tasks. I could do a cron job or whatever kind of orchestration tool might be coming out now. There's 15 things coming out every 3 seconds. But this is a great option. Right now I just have a manual, boom, but I could have it scheduled or whatever, webhooks, whatever you want to do, it's you. And then right here I have an HTTP request. Now all this is doing is going out to my API server that we have running on my Mac here. It's how when I pick up my phone and I call Claude Code, it's doing the same thing, talking to the API server. And here in the request, I'm just telling it, hey, check the Ceph cluster health. And then I'm giving it an alert. If my SSD pool is over 70% capacity, then alert me. And I've got it configured to where it will spit out JSON that can be parsed. For example, we have the Boolean field call Chuck. And if that becomes true, it will call me. If it's false, it doesn't care. So it can keep logging in, checking my server and go, oh no, something's bad, call Chuck. But if it's not bad, it just ignores it. Now right now, I know it's over 70%, so let's watch it happen. And by the way, this other HTTP request is just simply what this would normally do. Ready, set, fingers crossed, thank you demo, work. All right, it's making the request. It's talking to Stephanie. Okay, so we kicked off our flow. I hope this works. Right now you're about to see Stephanie troubleshoot my NAS. Like, log into it, check it out, run some checks, and if she sees a problem, She should call me. She's like a IT person. Moment of truth, here we go. Get your coffee ready. Last time I was waiting here, it kind of scared me. I wasn't expecting the call. I got distracted. It did scare me.
Hey Chuck, cluster health checked. 1 OSD down. 6 SSDs over 70%. Want details?
Figure it out and then send me a Slack message using your Slack skill when you're done. Now, I just told her to send me a Slack message when she figures it out, which is so cool, by the way. I could ask her to fix something if she knew how to fix it, or if I had procedures for it. I could also have her call me back. Like, she has the call skill. She can just call me back. Like, that's so crazy, right? Oh, I love this so much. Okay, so what you saw here is very much a POC, proof of concept. Don't yell at me if it doesn't work. But I do have a separate video right here. If it's not out, it'll be out soon. I'll at least have documentation where you can install this yourself. I may have changed a few things since this video, but it should be pretty easy to get set up and it should be free. All you'll need is Claude code. But also I wanted to point out that 3CX did sponsor this video. Thank you 3CX for helping me go down this rabbit hole and get lost in this idea. This was very fun. Also, this is janky. Like this solution, 3CX's solution is not. And if you want a real AI receptionist for your business or a personal assistant with AI transcription, they are the place to go. But if you're a hobbyist like me and you want to play with stuff and do something very cool, this option is also there. Also, if you do the AI receptionist like I have, you can also do the Claude code thing. I'm hoping people who have enterprise 3CX stuff can try this. It's interesting, right? So think back what we did in this video. We can now, from anywhere, from a payphone in the desert, no internet, no anything, I can call and talk to Claude, Morpheus, or Stephanie, and access anything within my business, do anything, create thumbnails. And yes, in case you're wondering, you can connect your cell phone and everything. I have it call my wife's cell phone when you connect it to a PSTN, and I'll cover that in the other video. It's just crazy powerful, and I love the idea. Now, also, you might have better ideas than me. In fact, you probably do. I would love to hear in the comments below, or if you want to open up some issues and do some pull requests on this project, I welcome that. I'm not going to promise I'll look at it. It'd probably be better off just forking it, but I just wanted to show this off and just show what we can do now. Keeping in mind, I'm not a developer. I just cobbled this together because I understand VoIP technology and how it's supposed to work. So I would love your honest assessment on this. Am I crazy? Let me know. Is this just a weird thing to do? I thought it was fun. You should have seen me as I was getting this set up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got it to work, and I was just freaking out. Anyways, this is the first video of the year. I hope you're having a great year, 2026. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be an interesting one. That's all I got. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hey, you're still here. If you're new here, I do a thing at the end of my videos where I like to pray for you, my audience. It's kind of weird. I get it. I know. I'm gonna do it anyway. Now, one thing I specifically want to pray for, and this is something that's been weighing on me, and that's AI. Claude Code has been the thing that everyone's been talking about. And if you haven't played with it, you should, but be careful because it's very addicting and it can kind of consume you. The more you get into it, the more you feel left behind. And that's what I'm feeling. A ton of imposter syndrome, a ton of stress over all this. And I know if I'm feeling it, I can't be the only one feeling that. So I'm gonna pray over that right now. Pray over our careers and our futures. Let's go ahead and do it. God, I thank you for the person watching this video right now, on the other side of the screen, possibly on the other side of the world. I just thank you that they're here and that they're passionate about technology. I thank you for who they are, their unique personality, everything about them. And I ask in your name that you just bless their lives right now. If they're like me and they're wanting to be really good in their career, they're wanting to keep up with all the new changes and become really good at their craft, but they're feeling overwhelmed with AI and how fast it's moving, I ask that you just give them peace over that, and give me peace over that. Give us a path forward, a clear path where we don't feel burdened or overwhelmed, but we can take all these changes in stride, and that we won't be afraid of the change, because we have to change with it. But we'll see what the change means for us and how we can navigate this new world, what it means for our jobs and our careers and what we should be learning. Let that become so crystal clear, and ask that you bless us, go before us and make our path straight. Let our careers take off, Jesus, asking your name. Let the person watching this video just be so inspired by all this and walk away from this moment excited to just tackle whatever they have in the new year. Bless their goals, bless their discipline, bless their plans. Thank you for everything, Lord. I ask this in your name, Jesus. Amen. Thanks, guys. I will see you guys in the next video.